Now, some places, they hang a man for just getting caught with a pair of these nippers. They figure that he's a cattle rustler or will be first chance he gets.
Get away from that wire. This is private range.
We're putting a gas line through to town.
I know all about that, but you're not cutting down our fences. Now get moving.
We've got to cross your range. It's the only way we can get this line through.
We're not having our cattle poisoned by leaky gas pipes.
There's no danger with it underground.
Steve here is an expert metallurgy engineer. He knows what he's talking about.
So do I. Get on that wagon and get out of here.
Backcountry cow pushers. Raised with wood, stoves, and kerosene lamps.
They're not too stirred up.
I'll handle them.
Thanks, Rocky. Put those guns away.
This is Chadwick Range. What am I supposed to do? Stand here and watch them cut down our fence?
I said put them away. While I'm marshaling these parts, things aren't going to be settled with guns. You two were told to wait till I got here.
Well, we can't let one ranch stop us. They knew we were coming. They were notified 2 days ago.
The law says they've got to yield the right of way.
Things like this are decided in a courtroom, not with a pair of wire clippers. Now, you both have got your legal rights, so it's got to be up to Judge Walters.
Well, I'm only a foreman on this ranch. You can talk to Chadwick himself. He'll be in on the afternoon stage.
Don't tell me the state has let that murdering bushwhacker out of prison.
That'll mean real trouble getting the line through.
Well, you might as well send your crew in till you get this decided.
All right, men. Load up and take the wagon in.
I'll see if I can find the judge.
Want us to go with you?
No, I want to talk to him alone.
At least the town is getting ready for the gas. If we ever get it to the Chadwick place.
Hello, Joanne.
Wow, ain't that something?
Well, aren't you going to notice? The chandelier for the stage depot.
Very pretty.
God darn, we're going to be a regular metropolis.
Did something go wrong, Steve?
That's nothing to worry about. Well, we did have trouble at the Chadwick Ranch. Yeah, just about the way we expected.
This should only take a minute, Judge.
It's about Joanne's gas company, I suppose.
That's right. Her workmen were stopped at the Chadwick fence line. You know the way that bunch feels about this town.
Spite and revenge. It's because Chadwick was jailed for killing Joanne's father.
He's been released from prison, I understand. He's coming in on the next stage.
No. That is bad news. I'll just have to issue a court order to Joanne's company allowing the work to proceed. It's in the public interest giving Landale the right to better itself. You got some paper?
Yeah. There you are. Doesn't it bother you any having Chadwick out of prison?
It bothers me that a life sentence don't mean what it says. 7 years don't mean anything at all, but it's been that much peace of mind to me and every man on that jury.
The more I think about it, the more I feel like I got a Jonah camping on my heels.
You keep saying that, you're going to believe it.
Well, what else can I believe? Your father's oil well gone busted, him getting shot and killed.
That was Chadwick, no one else. He's paying for it. Steve, Nugget. The general store, their delivery's in.
Well, let's take a look.
Hey, even a bride could cook on one of those.
With no armloads of kindling for lazy husbands to carry in.
Joanne, when a man starts talking about home-cooked meals, the next thing he's shopping for is a wedding ring. Look, a pair of twin burners and...
Steve!
Yeah, dirty dogs. I tell you, Joe, I'm just plain bad luck.
The luck was we weren't killed.
I'll be back later.
Steve!
Better hold it.
They tried to run us down. I won't take it.
Take it easy. That's what they want. They're aching for a fight.
You're no match for them, Steve. You'd only get the worst of it.
Let it go. I'll have a talk with him. I thought I'd tell you two that nobody else rides through this town that fast.
Somebody objecting?
Yes, I am.
People ought to stay out of the way. They might get hurt.
The next time you ride through that way, you can figure on spending a couple of days in jail. They help slow you down.
It sounds like your badge talking.
You won't have to, Steve. He took a hitch in his belt. When he does that, look out.
Welcome home, Mr. Chadwick.
Reception seems to be going on inside.
That'll fix them Chadwick hoodlums. Howdy, Mr. Chadwick.
You don't seem surprised to see him.
I thought you'd find out soon enough.
What are those handcuffs for?
A difference of opinion with the marshal.
Town's trying to run a gas line through your ranch.
You're new here. I don't seem to remember you.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Do I understand you're holding these men?
For disturbing the peace. That leaves it up to Judge Walters.
$10 or 10 days, and I saw it all myself. Just in case they've got any arguments.
I'll pay it. Unlock them.
Well, where's the key?
I don't know. It must have slipped out of my pocket.
Well, I don't wonder the way you was rolling around on the floor.
Beats all we got to...
Well, now, what do we do? Maybe you'll have to go over to the blacksmith shop.
You got us into these things. Now get us out of them.
That'll be all, Dutch. Go on, get your horses. Here's your money for the fine, Judge. Just you remember this. Somebody's gonna pay for that 7 years I wasted for a killing I had nothing to do with. You can remember it, too. And every man that was on my jury.
Just a minute, Chadwick. I almost forgot. You better take this along with you. I'm going to hold open court when that gas line's finished and decide what they have to pay for crossing private range.
Doesn't seem right the minute he hits town.
Well, that just saves you a trip out there to serve it.
Maybe so.
What did it say, Judge Walters?
Well, it was a court order for Chadwick.
Take their horses. We can't wait all day.
You mean we gotta walk?
It won't hurt you.
So now you'll get your line through.
Thanks, Judge Walters.
You know, Rocky, it'd be right educating to find out how they get their clothes off tonight. Here.
That walk will do him a lot more good than a 10-day jail sentence.
Go easy with that, will you? You want to get out of these things, don't you?
Galloway,
Yes, sir?
we've got a range. Put those horses outside where they can run.
You mean every time we come in?
That's from now on. I don't want to see anything in pens or cages.
I knew he'd make trouble the minute he got here.
Well, we had things our way while he was gone.
What if he decides to take a look at the herd? We sold a lot that don't appear on the books.
Maybe he won't be around long enough to find out. We got rid of him once so we can do it again, the same way.
Sounds like he'll be back in prison, wearing these again.
And no more walking home.
Come on, Nugget. Steve's waiting for this load.
You'll get it.
Get up.
What's wrong now, Marshal?
This man broke into the gas plant, and he'd probably wrecked it if he'd had time. Could have been on your orders.
Could have been, but it wasn't.
You got nothing to hold me on.
I can't prove a thing, but you're going to get out of this county and stay out if you want to stay out of jail.
Whatever happens, this ranch is to blame. I'm always the one responsible.
You're responsible for the men who work here. And if they make one more move against that gas line, you're the one who's going to answer.
Law doesn't forget, does it?
Well, they're all set over in town. Pipeline's finished.
Steve's ready to test the pressure.
Good. I got my hooter anchors finished just in time.
Yeah, what'd you call that?
My invention. Gas mask to use on the job. Here, show you. See this here? Fits right over your shoulders like that. There's my window so I can see where I'm going. And this comes down over the shoulder so the gas can't come up on it, you know. There. You know, them fumes are deadly. Oh, you breathe them and you're a goner. Well, I'm ready if you are. You better stay clear now.
All right, all right. Oh, how's it coming?
Well, they ought to be ready to go now. Joe, you do the honors.
It'll never work. Gas from a mile underground.
That wouldn't be because you own the coal and wood company.
What's wrong with kerosene? At least it isn't tempting the devil.
There it is.
Looks like we're in business.
The pressure's dropping. There's a leak somewhere, breaking the line.
What did I tell you? Satan's invention. You can't fool with nature.
I've got to find that break.
I better go along with you. Somebody might have been tampering with the line.
Good.
There, don't worry. They'll find the trouble. Bright young man, Steve, and a good engineer, too.
Oh, he's worked so hard. I'd hate to see him disappointed.
You know, with my kind of luck, I could have got myself asphyxiated.
Oh, I don't know. Nothing happened to me.
Well, it could have. You know, I'm going to show this to Steve. He ought to get himself one just like it. Take care of things.
Yeah. That looks like Nugget. Go on, get the gas turned off. Take a deep breath. That's it. You'll be all right.
Look what they did to our pipeline. I tell you, Rocky, I'm just a jinx and Jonah. Ding dang gas mask. Darn near suffocated. Ow! What's that you found?
Look at it.
Well, this proves it. Chadwick ripped that pipe. This proves it, Lockie.
You wait here for Steve.
Galloway,
Something wrong, Mr. Chadwick?
I was out looking over the range herd. We aren't running much stock.
Well, I made a couple of deals in Border City. The money just hasn't come through yet, but it's all on the books.
Yeah? I have to go over those books with you first chance we get.
Anytime you say.
Place is getting kind of run down, too. Don't you think we could do something to brighten it up a little? And there's some fence on that south pasture needs fixing.
Is that your horse tied outside?
I just rode in. Why?
Because there's a break in the gas line on your property. It's been dug up and deliberately damaged.
Oh? That makes me responsible, I suppose.
You better have proof before you accuse a man. There's no law against him riding his own range.
Well, that's true, but he should be careful what he drops. Judge Walter's court order, the one he gave you in town.
Why, I read that thing and threw it away outside of the depot. The whole town's against me. Any one of them could have picked it up.
But you're the only one fighting the gas line.
I tell you, I had nothing to do with it.
Well, I'm going to make sure of that. You're under arrest until you put up a peace bond to guarantee nothing else happens.
So that's your idea of law, Marshal. Siding with the town.
Say the word and we'll run him out of here.
That won't help. Only make things worse.
Well, if you're ready, let's get started.
I'm in no hurry to be looking out of jail windows again. You get that money for those cattle you sold. Get it in town as fast as you can get it there.
Guess we'll have to dig up that peace bond for him.
I thought you wanted him in jail.
I don't want him in jail on a charge that'll keep him there. They're testing the gas line tonight. And if something goes wrong, I don't want Chadwick sitting in jail with an ironclad alibi.
Well, one more minute, Joe.
I hope we have better luck this time.
Ned, stand by the main valve.
Say now, look at that, will you?
I wish your father was alive to see this.
I was thinking, the worthless well finally pays off.
Come on, Nugget. Let's try some street lamps.
You betcha.
Well, the future looks kind of dark for the coal and wood business.
You still got to convince me.
You can watch from the door out here if you want to see what's going on.
handsome girl with all her spangles on.
We've got lights in here. Want to see him work?
Yeah, I believe I would.
You want to light it? Turn it on. The other one. That's the gas line you've been fighting.
I know it is.
Chadwick? That, shooting you were sent up for, it was before I came in as marshal.
I served my time. That's good enough, isn't it?
I thought maybe you'd want to tell me your side of the story.
Nothing can be done about it now. Well, Tex Collier, Joanne's father, he was a pretty good friend of mine. Oh, I admit we had a little argument, but who doesn't? I couldn't kill a man. I just don't have it in me.
Mm-hmm. What was wrong with the jury?
I couldn't tell them who did. How was I to know? But I was sure they wouldn't. What's the use of talking about it? What good'll it do now?
I'll meet you back here.
There's your man.
You took long enough getting here.
I had to go all the way to Border City.
Well, Marshal?
See if you can find the judge over at the depot. I don't want to keep him here any longer than I have to.
Howdy. Pretty fair guns. That one's double action.
Yeah, it does have a good feel to it.
Hey, please don't point it. I just can't get used to it even when they ain't loaded.
Got any shells to fit it?
Oh, reckon I must have.
This means that you and your ranch are keeping the peace, and if you don't, this bond money will be forfeited to the law.
To the town, you mean?
We all have our jobs to do, Chadwick. Mine is maintaining the law. That includes protecting the gas line the best way I know how.
You can see what it's done already. I even forgot to use my reading glasses.
Gas could be useful at the ranch. You might be ordering it yourself one of these days.
It's a long way from proving itself. It's dangerous. Anything could happen.
Stubborn man, Chadwick, but I suppose it's natural.
I don't know. Just can't figure him out. There must be something we don't know.
There's Chadwick now. We'll give him enough time so he could have stopped by here.
This ought to be worth seeing. Whole town wondering what happened.
You're not waiting around that long. You're gonna head for Border City and take a nice long vacation.
I can think of worse places. Well, here goes.
Turn off that gas.
It's in the store. Stay here, keep back. He's right, folks. There might be another explosion. Better wait here until he finds out.
You couldn't pay me to go near it.
Anders. Nobody could have lived through it.
It just couldn't have happened, Marshal. Anders had the store lights on. I saw them.
Maybe somebody turned them off for it.
Anders was in there. He's dead.
It's the devil's invention, gas. The devil taking his due.
Chadwick, you mean? Anders was on his jury. He swore he'd get him.
We were on that jury, Nugget.
Yeah.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go to the ranch and get him. Come on.
Hold on, wait for Rocky. Get Rocky. I'll go with him and see if I can stop him.
Steve, Rocky,
Over here.
they're blaming Chadwick, riding to his ranch to get him.
Come on, boy, put you outside. What do you men want?
You killed Anders. You made open threats to get the whole town.
Now, hold on. Let's not be in such a rush.
Grab that killer.
Get that rope.
Now, wait a minute. Just because he broke the law doesn't mean we got...
Out of the way, Nugget. We gotta do this thing, and we're going to.
Well, listen to me. I tell you, you're making a mistake.
We're not making any mistakes.
But you can't do it. He's got to stand...
Stay out of this, Nugget.
Turn him loose.
He got Anders. He'll get us next.
Get your feet and clear out of here. You men get back to town where you belong.
What about Chadwick? You're not turning him loose.
He'll be right here at the ranch if I want him.
You'll hear about this, Lane.
Should be thanking you, Marshal. But now you see what my name means to this town.
You go on to the house. I'll ride with Nugget to see that they don't turn back here again.
Rocky, it's that jinx of mine again. No, we never will get our gas line.
Oh, good morning, Miss Joe.
Rocky.
Yes, I know. You've been told to keep the gas turned off. People are afraid. Maybe you can help me change their minds.
Well, of course.
Have you ever been to Border City?
Yes, a couple of times.
Could a man ride there and back in 5 hours?
Well, not if he galloped both ways. It just couldn't be done.
That's what I thought.
Marshal, we're here to talk about Chadwick and the way you refused to arrest him.
I had my reasons for that.
You had more reasons to jail him. He's a convicted criminal, and we demand his arrest for the killing of John Anders.
Looks like you got to, Rocky.
This is telling on my nerves. I couldn't even close my eyes last night.
You can't very well arrest a man without evidence. Besides, I don't think he's guilty.
I tell you, we demand action, and we're going to get it.
Let me get this straight. What you're trying to say is you want me to run this office your way. Is that it?
The way this committee wants it.
I got an answer for you. You're looking for a new marshal.
Now, listen, Rocky, you've got to see this our way.
You don't have to beg him to stay. He's refused to maintain the law, so we'll get someone who can.
Now, if you folks will excuse me, I'd like to pick up some of my personal belongings.
Well, that settles it, then.
I begged him not to, Rocky, but I was just outvoted.
I understand, Nugget. Forget it.
The one time the town needs you and they don't even know it. You can't give up, Rocky.
I'm not going to, Miss Joe. There's something I want to find out on my own. Galloway brought that money in for Chadwick's peace bond. He claimed he got it in Border City. There's only one thing wrong with that. He didn't have time to ride there and get it. Howdy there.
Hi.
Where do you find Jim Foley?
Found by looking at me, and I'm hard to miss.
Howdy do. Rocky Lane. Used to be marshal with Landale.
Hi.
I understand you bought some cattle from the Chadwick Ranch.
I sure did. Let's see, last time about a year ago.
Well, this sign here says that you buy for spot cash. But you didn't pay for the Chadwick cattle till yesterday.
Well, not me, mister. I don't like credit deals. I never do business that way. See, I remember that Chadwick deal. A little over 1,000 head. Excuse me. There's that Chadwick deal. I paid them spot cash for that herd.
Much obliged.
Say, you're not thinking they're stolen cattle?
No, they were Chadwick's, all right. There's nothing wrong with your end of the deal.
Well, a fella can't be too sure what he's buying these days.
Thank you. I might call on you later.
But glad to help you anytime.
What do you know? Bad penny back in circulation again.
The Chadwick Road. He certainly is in a hurry.
Yeah, and I'm going to find out why. This might be our one chance to get Rocky's badge back for him.
Nugget!
Look who's back. Didn't take you long to find out Lane was out of office.
Yeah, I know he's out of office. Just saw him in Border City, talking to Big Jim Foley.
Oh. Checking on our cattle sales. We've got to figure out Lane's next move. It's a cinch he'll be out here to talk to Chadwick. In fact, he'll have to if he wants to prove what he's after. Kirby, I got a job for you and Dutch. We can't let Lane get to Chadwick or they'll both know why so many cattle disappeared.
Start walking.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I want you waiting down the road when Lane shows up. He's liable to get here any time, so get started.
That's right, inside.
Well, our friend Nugget. Where'd you find him?
Outside, listening at the window. I don't know how long he was there.
You alone?
Yeah, of course. I followed that fellow Dutch here. Wondered what he was doing back in the county.
What'd you hear out there?
Nothing important. What is something about some cattle deals you made for Chadwick?
What deals, Galloway? What's he talking about?
Maybe you better ask him.
Just some cattle they sold while you left them in charge.
Put that gun away. Maybe he knows more about this than I do. I can't seem to find those books.
And maybe you never will.
You're all in it. All of you.
And from what I heard, they're stripping your ranch or robbing you blind.
Tie him up.
That explains a lot of things. Your own men trying to get you back into jail.
Here comes Rocky.
Hey, Rocky.
Joe just told me Nugget's on the way to Chadwick's ranch.
What gave him that idea?
We saw that gunman, Dutch. Nugget is trailing him.
Probably back to join the rest of Chadwick's gunmen.
They're not Chadwick, Steve. Get on your horse. We gotta stop him before he gets himself killed.
He used to jail people for riding too fast.
Dutch, you and Kirby stay here. And when Lane shows up, don't answer any questions. Just get in the first shot.
Leaving your horse is a trap for Lane.
Man, the chances I've missed. If I'd have known who to shoot, I'd have blasted Galloway full of holes.
This time you'll be blasted just like Anders.
My jinx is working overtime.
Come on.
That's Nugget's horse.
Where's Nugget?
They took him away with Chadwick.
Took him where?
On the back trail to the gas plant outside of town.
Take him in and lock him up.
enough gas in here to blow us sky high.
Get that valve in the corner. Check and see if they're all open.
You can't do this. I tell you, it's cold-blooded murder.
2 more won't make any difference.
Now I know what happened 7 years ago. You're the one killed Joanne's father. You wanted to get rid of me, so you framed me on a murder charge.
Only this time, we're not waiting for a jury trial. Check his ropes.
Keep your hands away from your guns and don't turn around.
Now it's your turn. Drop it.
Rocky, we try to have air. Where's some water?
There's a pump over here. How do you feel, Chadwick?
I'm all right.
Take care of Nugget. I better go back and get the others out.
I got you to thank, Rocky, for finally getting my name cleared. I guess I'll get along with this town after all.
Hurry, he's leaving. I got it.
Hold on, Marshal.
You mean ex-marshal, Mr. Strickler.
Not now, it ain't.
We got your badge for you, Rocky. This town just won't let you leave.
No, thanks, just the same. I kind of got an idea I'd like to visit California. They tell me you can pick oranges right off the trees out there.
Well, Rocky, we got a growing town here. First one with natural gas.
I'll be back this way sometime, Nugget. Good luck to you. Good luck to all of you.
Goodbye, Rocky.
Goodbye, Rocky.